Now, in the wake of even more gun violence, the Madison community is sending a message that change is needed. And the House will be back in session this week as controversy over the Trump administration's plan for the Postal Service continues. Plus, what you need to know as the DNC gets underway tomorrow in Milwaukee.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Melissa Kim. Well, in just 6 days, the Madison community will honor 11-year-old Anissa Scott, who was shot and killed earlier this week. But today, the conversation regarding what can be done next is already starting. Adam Duxter has the story from Madison's South Side.
Well, organizers today say the goal of today's event was about uniting the community, creating an initiative to vote, but most importantly, speaking on the rise in gun violence in Madison over the course of the last few months.
A silent march on Madison's South Side, capping off a community event meant to address one of Madison's latest issues, the rise in gun violence and homicide.
Well, the people are hurting. We lost an 11-year-old baby, and the community is hurting, and the community is tired. We're tired. We want solutions.
2020 has seen Madison's second most homicides ever, with the murder of 11-year-old Anissa Scott the final straw for many.
We have babies killing babies, so if that's not a reason to come out and step out and advocate in the community and bring the community together to have a discussion, a serious discussion about how we can prevent gun violence in our low-income communities, because we're the ones that are mostly affected by it, then I don't know any other reason.
Felicia Anderson of the DSS Community Center helped organize today's event. She says she's hopeful that the community can come together not only to grieve, but to pair with community leaders, come up with a way to provide better options for children.
If we can touch one family, that can touch one young person to put down the guns, then we've accomplished the goal. But we have to start somewhere. And if we have to start with one family, then that's what we'll do.
And through food, music, and fellowship, those leaders are hopeful they can create the unity to make change.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what you do, your voice matters.
And organizers of today's event say they don't want this to be the end of the discussion, but rather the beginning of a discussion they hope will continue for quite some time. In Penn Park, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Anderson says one major way others can help is to invest in groups like the DSS Community Center, who's trying to provide programming for young children in our area. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton. Dana, another nice day out there today.
Another very summery afternoon, just a little bit above average, but the temperature trend is going to stick with us through the week. 83 the high for us today. We started off in the 50s, certainly nowhere near record breaking for afternoon highs or overnight lows. And notice our sunset just before 8 o'clock. It's continuing to creep on up. Now, as we have a clear sky overnight, we'll drop to the upper 50s for overnight lows, close to 60 degrees, and then warm right back up tomorrow with that sunshine coming back in. Partly sunny skies, not quite as warm, but still very summery outside. 80 degrees the high for your Monday. If you're okay with that forecast, I have really good news for you as we look ahead through the next 10 days. But we'll take a look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes. Melissa.
All right, thanks so much, Dana. Turning now to our coronavirus headlines, Wisconsin is reporting its highest percentage of positive tests in more than 2 weeks. That's an 11.2% increase. According to combined DHS and county data, there are 655 new cases over the last 24 hours. 2 more people have died, bringing the state's total to 1,044. About 8,700 of the state's 65,000 all-time cases remain active. Across the country, there are now more than 170,000 COVID-related deaths. But White House senior advisor Jared Kushner told CBS's Face the Nation today he plans on sending his kids back to the classroom with no fear of catching COVID-19. Tom Hansen has the latest.
Back to school comes with big concerns for students and teachers.
Everyone's kind of freaking out.
The FDA is responding. It's granted emergency authorization for a new saliva-based test to deliver results faster. 34 states report infection rates well above 5%, fueling backlash from educators nationwide. In Salt Lake County, 79 teachers have retired or resigned. The Combs Unified School District in Arizona canceled its reopening set for Monday after more than 100 faculty members called out sick.
We could stay out sick for 2 weeks
It doesn't matter. Our school board is determined to reopen dangerously. They're going to continue on that path until someone gets hurt.
Arizona science teacher Jacob France chose to resign along with 2/3 of his department.
When people asked for a plexiglass screen in front of their desk, they were told no. McDonald's is doing more to protect their employees than our schools are.
On college campuses, tough lessons this weekend. COVID clusters discovered at the University of North Carolina and Oklahoma State. Notre Dame reporting 44 positive cases.
So we checked it out early on, like one party, one bar, and it didn't seem terribly safe, so we're kind of sticking to ourselves for the time being.
And these classes are causing other schools to adjust their own plans. Columbia University is one of the latest to announce it will only offer virtual classes this fall. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
UW-Madison started its early move-in program yesterday, and university officials expect about 400 students to take advantage of the opportunity by Tuesday. The controversy over the Postal Service continues as Democratic leaders plan to call on top post office officials to testify. Lawmakers want to know why they're slowing down mail service and warning election officials that mail-in ballots will not automatically be moved as priority mail.
I'm demanding that the Senate hold hearings and call Mr. DeJoy and the head of the Postal Commission before them this week. Call Mr. DeJoy, call the head of the Postal Commission for them, and ask them why they're doing these things and see what answers they're getting.
On Friday, the Postal Service warned states that mail-in ballots may not be received by election offices in time to be counted. Meanwhile, the White House Chief of Staff is promising not to dismantle mail sorting machines between now and Election Day.
I'm saying that sorting machines between now and the election will not be taken offline.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling the House back in session this week to discuss Postal Service issues. The White House is expected to vote as early as Saturday on a proposal to block the Trump administration's plan for overhauling the Postal Service. The House has never been in session during one of the party conventions. Congressman Mark Pocan is on the trail pushing for Joe Biden to get elected. He participated in a virtual LGBTQ+ campaign event this afternoon.
It is so important that we elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on November 3rd. And you know about the Equality Act. We have to have that in place. We have to fix the ban on transgender service in the military, many other issues.
The event was organized by the group Out for Biden. The group pledges to work throughout Wisconsin to organize and mobilize LGBTQ+ voters in support of Biden. The Democratic National Convention gets underway tomorrow. It's still being held in Milwaukee, but it's almost entirely virtual. Senators Amy Klobuchar and Bernie Sanders, as well as former First Lady Michelle Obama, are scheduled to speak tomorrow. Joe Biden is expected to accept the Democratic nomination on Thursday night. We'll have complete coverage of all 4 days of the DNC starting tomorrow night, right here on News 3 Now. President Trump is expected to speak at campaign events tomorrow in Wisconsin and Minnesota. His campaign says the president will highlight what it calls, quote, Joe Biden's failures on jobs and the economy during his 2 airport events. Trump will stop in Mankato, Minnesota at 2 in the afternoon and then fly to Oshkosh at 4:30. Trump's son Eric is scheduled to visit Milwaukee on Tuesday to express, quote, unwavering support for our nation's heroic law enforcement. President Trump's younger brother, Robert, has died at the age of 71. Trump announced the news in a statement last night, calling Robert not just his brother, but his best friend. The president is expected to attend his brother's funeral, but no details have been made available on plans. The president's presumptive Democratic opponent taking to Twitter to offer his condolences this morning. Joe Biden tweeting, quote, Mr. President, Jill and I are sad to learn of your younger brother Robert's passing. I know the tremendous pain of losing a loved one, and I know how important family is in moments like these. I hope you know that our prayers are with you all. Biden's first wife and young daughter died in a car crash in 1972, and his son Beau died of a brain tumor while Biden was vice president in 2015. Chicago police say peaceful protests yesterday were hijacked by agitators later in the day, and they now have a man in custody accused of repeatedly hitting an officer in the head with a skateboard. Police released video of the incident, which happened when multiple agitators clashed with officers. Authorities say 25-year-old Jeremy Johnson is now charged with felony aggravated battery to a peace officer. 24 people were arrested in that protest.
So what happened yesterday was really over very quickly because our police department is resolved to make sure that we protect peaceful protests, but we are absolutely not going to tolerate people who come to these protests looking for a fight and are intending to injure our police officers and injure innocent people who just come to be able to express their First Amendment rights.
According to Superintendent David Brown, police made no arrests during the day-long protests, and he said those demonstrations and marches covering nearly 5 miles were peaceful. Police in Portland, Oregon say 2 officers were injured when protesters threw a 10-pound rock at them. The protest began peacefully last night, but police say protesters began throwing rocks, frozen eggs, and glass bottles at officers around 11 o'clock. Officials say the person who threw the rock was wearing a sign that said press. Both officers were taken to the hospital. No word yet on their condition. Well, coming up next on News 3 Now at 10, Dana has your first warn forecast, plus 4 months after the Air Force decided on Madison for new F-35s. Local groups are still asking the city to reconsider. We'll have details after the break.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
If someone came to you and asked, what are you invested in? Would your answer be about mutual funds or mutual relationships? Maybe both. At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. To learn more, text THRIVE to 484848 or visit Thrivent.com.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Kindness makes a world of difference at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Save at least $300 on stressless recliners and office chairs. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. There's never been a better time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort of stressless seating. Be kind and save generously at the Century House.
Arby's 2 for $6 everyday value menu is here. Choose from a crispy chicken sandwich, a gyro, and a beef and cheddar. Any 2 for only $6 every day. Tell your friends, tell your family, yell it from the rooftops, baby. Call that guy who still owes you $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
How does COVID-19 affect kids? We'll help separate fact from fiction. UW Health's Dr. Jeffrey Potoff answers your questions about the risks and the precautions you can take when your kids head back to the classroom. Monday on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
F-35 jets are expected to land at Truax Field in 2023. That's a decision the Department of the Air Force made back in April. And prior to the decision, local groups and neighborhoods fought against the jets for months, and they're still fighting. Eakin Park Resistance is continuing to fight that decision in hopes of reversing it. One organizer says despite raising their voices, the Air Force's decision was expected.
I feel disappointed. I'm not surprised because I think low-income people and people of color have never been at the top of the priority list in terms of our leadership in this nation and also in this state.
More than 100 people have already signed the Eakin Park Resistance's letter against the F-35 decision, but legislators are split on the decision to house the next generation jets in Madison. Senator Ron Johnson praised the decision, saying, quote, "The new fighters will help maintain U.S. air superiority and keep our state and country safe and secure." While Congressman Mark Pocan, says the community must work together to help those affected by the jets. Madison Black Restaurant Week is underway. Dozens of local businesses are participating. That includes food carts, caterers, and specialty food service providers. Amid social justice conversations across the country, one restaurant owner says the opportunity to show off their stores can't come at a better time.
I've been a part of Black Restaurant Week since it started, and it always generated new business. People would just come by that wouldn't actually usually come by, and then they become customers because our food is excellent. So if you try it, you're going to come back eventually.
This year's celebrations will honor the legacy of Malele Chikasa Anana, who spent decades fighting for Madison's Black community. She died in early May. To see a full list of participating restaurants, visit the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce's website. New video tonight, you're looking at cell phone footage of a smoke funnel near one of the 3 raging California wildfires. Officials say some of the extreme fires could cause fire tornadoes with strong gusts of 60 miles per hour. Local authorities say the Loyalton fire has already burned 20,000 acres and is only 5% contained. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton, and nothing like that, anything close to that here, but we've got something better in store, I think. A little more safe looking.
We certainly are looking at some nicer summer weather for us. Still very dry, and unfortunately off to the west, it doesn't seem like that they're going to see a lot of rain developing over the next few days. We don't really have much rain in the forecast either. Seasonably warm temperatures as we look ahead to the week. No rain for most of the week, but we could see some showers and thunderstorms as we look ahead to next weekend. Overnight skies will be mostly clear. Temperatures will fall to the upper 50s for Madison, close to 60 degrees throughout the area. For the afternoon, for Monday, temperatures close to 80 for afternoon highs. Our breeze coming in from the northwest, so very similar to today, just a degree or two cooler for our afternoon highs. Overnight into Tuesday, mostly clear again, so we'll swing down to the 50s for overnight lows. Areas north of the Dells might drop to the upper 40s for early on Tuesday, and then afternoon highs will be climbing close to 80 again. So a very seasonable stretch, and when we have these mostly clear skies, it allows our temperatures to fall quite a bit overnight and then warm right back up again in the afternoon. There will be a slight chance for an afternoon shower late on Wednesday. Notice this line here stretching through the northern part of Wisconsin down into Iowa. That will cross south, bringing a few clouds in the afternoon, and we could see a few isolated showers pop up for the afternoon and evening on Wednesday. Not a great opportunity for rain. Most of the area should stay dry, but still leaving in a slight chance for a shower for Wednesday afternoon. Now, our temperature, our precipitation trend looking 6 to 10 days out, very likely will be trending below average, and that's not just for southern Wisconsin. It extends all the way out through the plains. Much of the country will be in a bit of a dry stretch for the end of August. Right now, we're abnormally dry around the La Crosse area, not quite on the drought monitor yet for the rest of southern Wisconsin, but we could start to see that creep in by the end of the month. Temperature trend very likely that will be staying close to average. Much of the warmer air where we see temps climbing above average, again, that trend stays off to the west. 80 the high tomorrow in Madison with partly sunny skies, so not quite as warm as today, but still very summery and really where we should be for the middle of August. Close to 80 for Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. Again, Wednesday we have that slight chance for an afternoon or evening shower. Most of the area will stay dry. It's a very small chance to see one of those showers pop up, but we'll keep an eye on it for Wednesday afternoon. Partly sunny on Thursday, staying close to 80 degrees for Friday, with a better chance for showers and thunderstorms developing late in the day on Friday. Another chance for showers and storms on Saturday, and we'll stay near 80 through the weekend into next week. Overnight lows staying in the mid to upper 50s, so a very, very steady, consistent stretch with our temperatures.
Yeah, I feel like, this summer we've had quite a few pool days, quite a few days to kind of get outside and be outside.
We had a very, very warm July, and now we're stretching into a steady but still warm and summery August. Yeah, so a lot of pool time for some folks. We've had a lot of weather pass through over the last few months, though, and summer is not over yet.
Well, that's good because get outside, enjoy it while you can, because literally like that, it's going to be snow on the ground.
Shh. Don't say it yet.
Okay, sorry. We're not anywhere close to that yet.
Not
Thanks
yet.
so much, Dana. Well, the Brewers are looking to turn it around in the NL Central with a big weekend in Chicago. Highlights from the series finale against the Cubs. That's coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. So celebrate this Labor Day knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Danette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be fit and take care of yourself. Plexiderm makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
And this Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Just visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, it has been a slow start to the 60-game season for the Brewers, but maybe things are starting to turn around for Craig Kellens and the crew, perhaps? Brewers going for the series win at Wrigley this afternoon. Here's Keston Hiura tying up the game with this 3-run shot in the third inning. And then later in the fifth, it would be Orlando Arcia. This is his first home run of the season, giving the Brew Crew the lead in the fifth inning. But the Cubs tying it up again. This time, the hero is Ryan Braun in the seventh. Snipes one to left center. Arcia coming home for the go-ahead run, and Brewers take 3 of 4 from the Cubs, 6-5 the final score. They sit in second in the NL Central, 3.5 games behind the Cubs. Madison's very own Jerry Kelly with a fantastic day at the Bridgestone Senior Players Championship. Kelly with a solid tournament overall, 2 birdies and an eagle today for 1 under 69. and a 2-shot victory to win the tournament. It's his 7th win and first major. This victory earns him a spot in the 2021 Players' Championship. The Big Ten isn't planning to play football this fall after postponing its season earlier this week, but that's not stopping Justin Fields from trying to get the teams on the field. The Ohio State quarterback started a petition this morning requesting the conference immediately reinstate the season. The petition already has close to 200,000 signatures and asks the conference to, quote, allow Big Ten players and teams to make their own choice as to whether they wish to opt out of this fall season. The Big Ten has not responded to Fields. The Packers won't have fans at Lambeau Field for at least their first 2 home games this season, but they may not have many after that either. More than 80% of Packers fans have opted out of season tickets for the 2020 campaign. That is according to Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy. In an interview on the team's website, Murphy says a recent survey sent to ticket holders shows most fans are not comfortable with returning to the stadium during the pandemic.
It's a tough decision because, obviously here in Green Bay, we know how much our home games mean to the local economy and to the local community. But, at the end of the day, in my mind, the most important thing was protecting the health and safety of our community and our fans.
The first game the Packers might have fans at Lambeau this season won't be until November 1st against the Vikings, but team officials say that is still up in the air as of right now. Well, Alex Smith already putting his name in the conversation for a comeback player of the year. Washington's quarterback has been cleared for practice 21 months after suffering a devastating leg injury. Smith needed 17 surgeries, and doctors once considered amputating his leg. Head coach Ron Rivera says Smith will be in the QB competition leading up to the season. We'll be right back with one last check of the forecast.
Joe Biden says,
if you elect me, your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
That means middle-class families, small businesses, and seniors pay higher taxes. It's the biggest tax increase in history.
Citizenship for 11 million undocumented folks.
That means 11 million illegal immigrants competing for American jobs, eligible for free health care, Social Security, and Medicare. America can't afford Joe Biden.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Well, this is our home. Madison is where we live. It's where we work.
It is an eclectic melting pot of people from all walks of life and all different places on the planet.
Well, for certain, we understand the people who are our clients. They're our neighbors, they're our friends. They're people who live lives very much like we do. So the things that are important to them tend to also be important to us.
These deals are amazing.
I know. How do we get them?
Okay, we have to be very subtle about asking, like this.
Like this?
No, like this.
Actually, you don't have to do any of that. We have great deals for everyone.
Even without the...
You would have gotten it anyway.
Cool.
If you've forgotten what a fair deal sounds like, let us remind you. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota models, like Corolla, Camry, Avalon, or Prius. Toyota.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy-efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Gene, did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies?
That's great.
That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? John Stamos to knit you a scarf?
All finished, Gene. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I give.
The stitch work is impeccable.
That's just a double fleck pattern with a reverse garter stitch. No big deal.
Is your hair this soft?
Softer.
Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
Go to Amazon.com/skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And finally tonight, Jim Herman won the Wyndham Championship in North Carolina today, but he had a nervous moment there in the clubhouse as he watched the end of the final round. Herman trying to watch on TV, tried to drink his water, but he still had his bottle cap on the bottle there. Herman eventually was able to take a sip. Minutes later, he found out he won the tournament by 1 stroke, which I feel like this is like something that we all would totally do.
Absolutely. You're so stressed out, running the hand through your hair, trying to see if you won. Yeah, very, very relatable moment.
Yes, very much so. So good weather.
Absolutely. We have some really nice golf weather actually over the next few days. Temperatures close to 80, partly sunny skies tomorrow, mostly sunny for Tuesday, partly sunny again on Wednesday with a slight chance for a shower passing through. Most of the area should stay dry though, near 80 through the rest of the week, with a better chance for measurable rain developing late Friday and for Saturday. Next week, it seems like our dry trend just continues on and those temperatures continue to stay close to 80. So a very consistent pattern for us.
All right. Thanks so much, Dana. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, tonight. Enjoy the sunshine this week. We'll see you tomorrow.